Hey guys, it's Drea. So today I have a video for you all about underrated makeup. I've done videos like this before, and every once in a while I'll be just going through my collection for one reason or another and go, why don't people talk about this? And I find myself doing it more and more lately, so I figured I would make a video about a whole bunch of stuff that people really should talk about more because it's a really underrated, really great stuff. That's enough of an intro. Let's just hop right in. First, I want to talk about brushes, and this one brush in particular because I keep finding myself reaching for it and wanting to reach for it over and over and over. So all three of these are the E40 from Sigma. I feel like people used to talk about Sigma a lot on YouTube, and it's not as common anymore. Okay, so this one I have had for a very long time. This one I just bought recently, and also I bought this one recently, but it came in a travel set. So that's why they all look slightly different, but the actual brush heads are exactly the same. I feel like this one, the oldest one, has kind of splayed out a little bit, just slightly more, just from using it over and over, washing it, that kind of thing. And hopefully eventually these ones will get to be exactly the same as this. Because this one, I just reach for it all the time for blending out my crease. So I won't use this directly in the crease, but I will use it kind of above the crease to get the best possible gradient right up in this area, and it really does the job really well. It blends things out so flawlessly. There's no like harsh lines ever, and it's very easy. It doesn't take a long time. So I would never use this for any precise eyeshadow application. Like I would never use it to put something directly in the crease. It's a little too big for that, but right above the crease it just does this magical job. I have a lot of brushes that I'll use for that one particular purpose. Sometimes, you know, I'll use this with nothing on it, like just completely clean, and then use it to blend it out, or sometimes I'll go in like with a transition shade and use it for that. But of all the brushes that I use, this one is definitely number one for that purpose. So this is actually a pretty new product, but I haven't really heard anybody talk about it at all. This is from Shiseido. This is called the Ink Stroke Liner. It comes in many different colors, but I just got a black one. This is the eyeliner that I'm wearing today. I keep it in this box still because it comes with a pot, but it also comes with a brush. So it is a little bit on the pricey side, but I think it's worth it considering you actually get an eyeliner brush with it, and it's a really good eyeliner brush. So what you do is you just take it out and then you flip it over, and now you have a really great size for an eyeliner brush. This brush to me is exactly the same as like the Kat Von D tattoo liner brush is, only this has no product in it. So the product is in the pot and you just, you know, apply it with this. Now the pot itself is actually really cool because it's a little bit different. It's got this little shape in it where you can actually grab the product and then wipe off any excess on that little shape instead of always doing it on the outside. So as you can see, the outside of this is actually completely clean, which is unlike really any pot product that I have, because normally I will wipe it on the side. So that's really genius. So I've been using this quite a lot since I bought it. I've used it obviously with this brush, but I've also used it like with a regular angled eyeliner brush. I really feel like this brush is the best for me, but that's just kind of what I'm used to. I'm not great with eyeliner brushes, and I'm also not really used to this kind of eyeliner. So I myself am still like, I feel like a beginner with this product, but as a beginner with this kind of gel eyeliner formula, I feel like they've made it as easy as they possibly could, including this really great brush in there. So it is a nice matte black. I love matte black eyeliner. I don't like shiny eyeliner, so I'm really happy with that. It lasts all day. It's waterproof. I haven't had any issues with it transferring at all. So I'm really happy with this product. And if you have kind of dismissed gel eyeliner in the past because it was difficult for you, maybe give this a try. The next is not just necessarily one product, it is a brand as a whole, and that is Lise Watier. Lise Watier is a Canadian brand. It is not super well known outside of Canada, I don't think, but you can buy it outside of Canada. You can shop it directly from their website and also from the Bay online, and there might be some other retailers as well. But I had never really looked at Lise Watier very closely. I think a lot of it seemed like kind of old lady makeup to me. Excuse me for saying that if you have loved them for a long time, but I think it's just because there was nothing super exciting about the packaging, and I don't know, it's just stuff that I always walked by in Shoppers Drug Mart and never really looked at it. So when Christmas time rolled around this last Christmas, they came out with this Glam line. And I'll be honest, it was the packaging that drew me in, because this packaging is just like probably the best packaging I've ever seen of any makeup ever. It's so beautiful, it's so sparkly, it's so gorgeous, and the actual product inside is really amazing too. This is the Glam Celebration blush, so it's actually like a cityscape in there. That was an overspray, so I've just been using this side of it, but like really well done. And then they came out with these pigments, which this shade is just beautiful. These are kind of similar to the Armani Eyes to Kill pigments, only it's a little bit chunkier. A little goes just a super, super, super long way with these. Like this pot could last you a lifetime, I think, because you hardly need any of it. And like, look at how gorgeous that shade is. Now these two products were limited edition, but what happened is once I started using them and started loving them, I was like taking a second look at the brand. So I recently purchased this. This is the Lise Watier Ombre Soufflé Supreme. This is in the shade Ver Enchant, which is enchanting green. And it's basically just their like everyday lineup. There's nothing special about this packaging at all. It's just kind of your standard pot eyeshadow. And this is slightly different from the Glam Pigment in that this is not it's not a pigment, it's not a loose eyeshadow, it's a cream. It's kind of like a fluffy whipped, but more solidified than whipped. Like, it's very bouncy. That's probably the best word to describe this. So it's very bouncy, it's kind of wet. That's it right there. So this is kind of a taupe with a little bit of a green shift to it. I'm wearing this today on my eyes on top of a green liquid eyeshadow base. So it's really popping. That's where all the sparkle is coming from. The green base is making it a little bit more green. I imagine you could wear this on top of other colors and it would kind of shift slightly in terms of how it looked. But their Glam Celebration line pulled me in. Now I gave another product a chance, and this product has impressed me so much. Like, I love the way this looks. I've worn it a few times, and now I'm just like, okay, I really need to look more into this brand because they are doing some really great things, some really good quality stuff, and it's really exciting me. It's really getting me excited to look into this brand more because I really want more and more from them. So the next thing is from LA Girl. This is their Eye Luxe Mesmerizing eyeshadow. So these come in a bunch of different colors. This one is in the shade Fantasize, and it's all purples. I wore this recently in a video. I only used these 4 shades on my eyes and it came out this beautiful kind of purple matte look. A lot of you were asking what it was. And then today I used this also to complement the green in this look in the crease and also down below the lower lash line. I really love how green and purple pop together. This quad has really impressed me. These shadows, I wouldn't say like they're, oh my god, they're so pigmented. No, but they are buildable to a really beautiful level of pigmentation. And also because you're kind of taking the time to build them and blending them as you build them, I feel like they really blend out really easily and you get a very flawless blend with these. I had this in my collection for such a very, very long time and I kind of just kept passing by it until I kind of forced myself to use it over this last month, and I've been so impressed with this. So they come in a whole bunch of different shades. I'm really kind of like, maybe I should go check out a few more shades in this line because the quality has just been stellar. But I do feel like this is something fun and different that not everybody is talking about, and it's just supremely underrated. So if you can get your hands on one of these to test it out, I would really, really recommend it. NYX is a brand that puts out new stuff all the time, but this is kind of an oldie but goodie. These are the NYX Ombre blushes. I've got 2 of them here. One of them is a favorite that I've talked about to death, but I feel like I'm the only one that talks about these. This one is in the shade Soft Flush, and this is like this beautiful apricot. But then after I fell in love with that one, I bought this one, which is called Sweet Spring, and Sweet Spring is the one I'm wearing today. You could tell like it's definitely pink. But these are so pigmented. These blushes are just intensely pigmented and you really do have to be super careful with them. That's the only thing with these. Like when I use these, I will dip into it with a brush, tap the brush off on the back of my hand, then go in even lightly still on my cheeks to where I'm getting the level of pigmentation that I want, because blush, you got to be careful sometimes. You can end up like a clown. We all know that. And these are the kind of blushes where you definitely have to be careful. They have just the very slightest bit of sheen to them. So I wouldn't describe them as matte. I wouldn't describe them as shimmery. They're just kind of very natural looking flush to your cheeks, as long as you're not going too overboard applying them. This one is my favorite summertime blush of all time because it's like this really burnt, sunburnt look, and it looks super beautiful on when you have a tan. So depending on your skin tone, you could probably find something that's going to be really beautiful. But I never, ever, ever, ever hear anybody on YouTube talk about these. Why not? I don't get it. They are just such good quality. I want to talk about another tool. This is the Japanesque eyelash. Actually, I don't know the name of it. It's the eyelash like applicator. So this is what I use anytime I'm putting on lashes to actually assist in getting them on there easily. I've got a few different eyelash applicators. Like I've got this one from Sephora, which is a little bit different. It's got kind of this rubberized end that I'm supposed to just kind of like plop it on going this direction. But I feel like the difference between that one and this one is I could still see what I'm doing a little bit better because I'm coming in from the side with this. So when I put the eyelashes on, I will go in like just like this and apply it right where I want, and then I can go in on the two edges and just kind of get them on there. But I also like it because I can go back in with this and just squeeze lightly at the lash root, and then I get them very close to the lash line so they look more natural, and there's not like a huge gap in there. Sometimes when I'm using this one, when I go to take it off, like it just sticks to this rubber on the end and it just comes back off my eye, and I'm like, oh, come on now. Like it's really difficult. Eyelashes are difficult enough. The tool that you want to help you is like hindering you. That's not good. So I really like this because there's no rubber on here. It's just like plain stainless steel, and once you put it on, it just comes off really easily. I would say just definitely clean these. If you have like a makeup wipe near you, just clean them off if you have like mascara or glue on them, because if you leave that on, then it will kind of stick to the next eyelash you use. So that's it for all the underrated products I had to talk about today. If you have any underrated products that you think people need to know about, definitely leave them in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. But that's it for today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're speaking kindly to yourself. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.